Hello, my name is Brandon Goodson, and today I'll be giving my speech on prescription drug abuse. Today, joining me here, I have six people. I have Chloe, Hayden, Taylor, Cameron, Sam, and Emily. And like I said, I am speaking on prescription drug abuse here today. And the first thing I just want to say is that prescription drug abuse is a problem that is continuing to severely grow in the United States, and a problem that really does need to be solved and looked at more deeply. There are just millions of individuals nowadays that are partaking in prescription drugs in the wrong way, and they are abusing them and using them in a non-medical fashion. And there is a quote here out of Hamilton that says, "Prescription medications that are most often intentionally abused by youth and young adults are the stimulants and the sedative hypnotics. Intentional abuse is defined as use for reasons other than those for which the drug is legitimately prescribed. Non-medical use of psychotherapeutic drug involves use of prescription medication that is not prescribed for the user or taking the drug only for the experience or the feeling it may cause." So there's many individuals that are out there that are taking prescription drugs to get their own personal side effects that they would like to have, or things along those course. It just is not appropriate to use those for. And aside from this, it is mostly youth and young adults that are partaking in this activity that's not no good to be in. And this non-medical use of drugs is greatly abusing the privilege of having the privilege of having drugs, that if you're sick or you're ill or something like that, it's making that more of a issue to be able to come by because people are taking this and abusing it. And here's just a quote again from Hamilton, and he says, "A breakdown of 6.4 million persons who reported abusing medications include 4.7 million who use pain relievers, 1.8 million who use tranquilizers, and 1.1 million who use stimulants." So here it's just, it's talking to millions, how millions of Americans, a million of individuals are taking these drugs and using them for ways that aren't appropriate and for non-medical use. Many people may say, like, what's the cause? What's going to have? What's causing this big problem? And it's just many individuals are taking these prescriptions, and they're either giving them to family or friends, or anybody that asks for them. Besides simply just disposing them after they're done. Maybe they don't finish all their medication, so they're giving them to a family member to take, and it's just causing a big misuse of these drugs. And one cause of this nationwide problem is the patients who are simply sharing as others, just like I said. And sitting here, it says mandatory CME or opioid prescribing fails to address the true causes of prescription drug abuse. This use is called prescription diversion, when a prescription is diverse, and used in a way that should not be, taken that way. And the abuse and misuse of prescription drugs can affect, many parts of an individual's life. This could affect somebody to go down the completely, wrong path and, wrong way if it does get taken out of hand. And it just can destroy not only an individual but a family at that. And this Ronaldo says here that drug abuse is a chronic public health problem affecting all levels of society with potentially irreversible consequences. Drug abuse may affect a person's relationship, employment status, educational opportunities, status in society, and general health and wellness. So the abuse of prescription drugs can easily just take an individual's life to where they do not want to be, and just a place where just could cause the failure down the road, and just not a healthy place to be in. And this problem, some people, not as many people are aware of this problem and how significant this problem really is. But the problem with prescription drugs is the fastest growing drug problem the United States faces today. Here it says that overdose deaths from prescription pain medicines have reached epidemic proportions and have more than tripled in the United States since 1990. Approximately 100 people die each day. This mirrors a 300% increase since the 1990s in the sales of strong pain medicines, mainly opioid pain medicine. So this magnitude and and how many people are taking drugs that are prescribed for pain and medication, just taking them and just completely misusing this, and it's just really causing a bad effect, and many deaths and many families being hurt and many lives being taken because of this problem. So what is the solution to this problem? My plan of action would be here just keep involving these prescription drug programs that are set into place for us, and just continue to use them and be involved in them. And it is here says the FDA and the ONDCP are two programs that are helping to eliminate this problem here in the United States. And pharmacies have been able to give their customers more of an incentive to be able to take back their medications that they haven't completely used. For example, CVS will give a $5 gift card if you take back your medication that you did that you didn't complete. And so it's just little incentives like that. They'll just slowly just help cause this problem to go away. And another plan of action is just just to raise awareness and educate people. You hear more about people talk about street drugs and things along those lines, and prescription drug abuse kind of gets swept under the rug at times. But this is a problem here that is causing deaths and individuals' lives to go down the wrong road. And a campaign was recently launched in Buffalo, New York, that's aimed to raise awareness through an advertising print, radio, and billboards, alongside with a website, documentary, and educational programs. So as long as we keep having things like this in place that just keep help raising awareness and things along those lines, it will slowly be able to be a solution here. And when solving this, it just comes down to simply every state coming together and really putting forth an effort to stop this problem and really take it to the next level and treat it like the real problem that it is. If each state comes together and just really sees this problem and implements more programs, implements more incentives to stop this problem, then we will see this problem getting solved more. And the United States has launch plans. It says the plan calls on every state to develop a prescription drug monitoring program and encourages them to share the information with other states. So again, like reiterating the point that states should help each other. It's just when a state finds out something that is good, it is good just to be able to share that with another state, and just to keep the good to keep the good plan of actions going along there. And through the development of this database, doctors will be able to see those prescriptions that individuals are having, and be able to keep more track of where's where and what's this and what's that and where it's going. And so there will be more of a handle on this problem. And so, as you out there, one thing that you can do when you are trying to, put a hand in stopping this process is, when you do have a medication, a prescription for your pain or your illness or whatever it is, if you don't use all of the medication, you don't use all of the pills, just simply dispose of it in the proper ways, drop it off where it's safe, and there are places that you can do that, or you can just simply, take it back to your pharmacy and dispose of it that way. And, so what would happen if we do solve this problem, and, what would our country look like? How would it be different? It's just, since this is such a problem here, and like I said, there's deaths and everything else, that it would just cause that negative impact, that there is, and just really help out families, help out individuals' lives, and just really increase the well-being of every United States citizen. You don't want to see anybody go down the wrong path. You don't want to see, somebody end up taking their life or anything along those lines. So, if you do have prescription drugs and you don't use them all, just simply take them back to your pharmacy, or, just see what you can do with them. And if you do know someone that is struggling with that, there is programs implemented to help that person, and, just really see if you can get them to seek help for that problem. And that is the end of my speech today here, and I do appreciate every one of y'all listening to my speech, and hope you have a great day.